half in the bag.
What? Hollywood is cooked. This whole video was made with AI? Just one guy with a laptop replaced a $200 million production?
Who was that?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Again.
Man, all this AI stuff is moving fast. And I mean fast. Between the new all-AI Darren Aronofsky historical show that's coming out and all those fake AI influencers selling me fake products I don't need.
So I was scrolling and saw these custom pet portraits. And I was like, wait, I need this.
What's next?
Well, Jay, the real terror is the new Ray 3.14 Modify Strength Level Flex 2 by Dreamlabs Luma AI. Hollywood is cooked. Do the work of tens of thousands of artists with just one click.
It's good news for us. At least with physical media like VHS, people know that it hasn't been altered by AI.
It's true.
We've had over 200 requests for VCR repairs in just the last week alone.
Yeah, I know. I better start learning how to fix a VCR.
VHS repair is cooked.
You just said the opposite, though. Physical media is going to be on the rise now.
Oh, that's okay. That's good for us.
I mean,
is cooked bad?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, generally.
Oh, okay. What about chopped? Have you heard that one?
I don't know what that means. It's true, though, Jay. You know about AI. In no time at all, people will be wondering if what they're seeing is even real.
If the story they're watching was written by AI.
If the location, costumes, props, even the lighting is real.
Or if the actor they're watching is even a real person.
Well, the rest of the world might be cooked, but the one thing everyone can always count on is 2, maybe 3 schlubs from Milwaukee, joking, laughing, and riffing for their entertainment. Possibly in animated form.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Yeah, it'll all come full circle someday.
What we're saying is, kids, you can always count on us. And Sam Raimi.
Yeah, we have proof that Sam Raimi has never altered anything with AI.
What proof is that, Jay?
This picture. He's in full Rich Evans core. Messy hair,
This.
oversized t-shirt.
Here, let me fix it.
Oh. From Sam Raimi, the horror master behind Spider-Man 3 and Oz the Great and Powerful. Rachel McAdams stars as Frances McDormand doing a Kristen Wiig impression.
I'm sorry, what?
She gets stranded on an island with her asshole boss, played by Dylan O'Brien. Betrayal, horror, and madness ensue. Yeah, I'm sure being stranded on a tropical paradise with either of these two would be an absolute nightmare. Ike,
Yeah.
what did you think of Send Help?
Before I talk about send help, I have to send help out to the internet or whatever, I don't know, or throw shade,
Oh, okay.
put on blast, because we discussed about AI just a moment ago, and it's here, it's happened. I've discovered something, and it was horrifying and traumatizing for me. So in my Fandango queue, many months ago, I watched a trailer for a movie called Vincent Must Die. And I thought this movie was British for some reason. The trailer doesn't really show a lot of people talking. It's a lot of action, and it's the premise is everyone wants to kill this guy, strangers. They just want to kill him whenever they lock eyes with him. And the way the trailer's edited, it kind of had this like kind of Shaun of the Dead vibe, so I think I thought it was British.
Okay.
And in the trailer, people were speaking English.
Just watch, see what happens.
Just for seconds. So I was like, I didn't get the foreign vibe right away. So I was like, oh yeah, bleep, 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 bleep. I rented it. I put it on. And the first like few minutes, I heard the very obvious sound of dubbing.
Who is he? Him? He's an intern.
You know how it sounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the actor talking, you know it.
But instead, they were growing out of the head of my mom.
Then I watched it for a few more minutes, and the dubbing was slightly off of the mouth movements. You know where I'm going with this. And
Ties in with the trailer we saw before Send Help.
and then I'm watching, and the mouths are saying the English words.
Okay, 1 second. Let me have
Press
a look.
there. In the middle.
And this starts it.
Then I started to see that kind of blurry, waxy mouth feel, mouth look.
Have you been single for a while, or?
We're renovating, you see.
Come on, Dad, it's just one
I know,
night.
but trust me, it's a real mess in there.
And then I went ahead and did some research, and it's a French film released a couple of years ago.
Toi, les bois de serre ont commencé à lui pousser sur la tête à maman.
Oh yeah, that's a thing now. Not just dubbing, but
I knew
altering
it
the
was coming.
mouths.
I didn't know it was here yet.
Okay.
I saw some stuff about it, and this is the first time like just running face first into it in the wild.
By the way, I think your septic tank is leaking into my yard. The stench that's coming from it is...
And it's XYZ, the distributor, kind of a mid-tier, high-tier, respectable distributor. Studio Canal. There was a million, like, the opening titles were all French companies and, like, French grants. And so I thought maybe, French produced it and it's shot in England. And yeah.
No, you just dub it over with whatever language you're sending the movie off to, and you have the AI alter their mouths to match, I guess?
You ordered it for the dog.
Yeah, it's for Sultan.
It's just ordering raw meat. It's a bit weird.
I don't know. I just watched Sentimental Value, which most of that movie is in Norwegian. It's not dubbed. It's just in Norwegian and subtitled. And I just watched it and enjoyed it. It's fine. I know they're thinking of dummies. That's who they're aiming this at.
I know. I felt so like I didn't watch the movie. I stopped. I mean, they got my. And if you purchased the movie, not just rented it, one of the features was original language with subtitles. That wasn't included in the rental for who knows why.
Because they know that if you're renting it on Fandango, then you're probably like a dummy that wants to watch it in English. I ain't gonna watch no foreign film. What am I, gay?
I suppose. I'm not like a ape. I can watch movies with subtitles. I don't prefer it.
I don't care. I'll watch a movie in subtitles, but that also ties in with before Send Help. We'll get to Send Help eventually.
Yeah,
it's fine. That's the end of that review. There was a trailer for the sequel to Ready or Not, which was a good movie. Sequel probably a little too late to be making a sequel to it, but every time someone starts to open their mouth, it cuts to other shots.
You married into that family?
And there's voiceover. There's like Elijah Wood. There's several characters in it that it all sounds like AI voiceover.
What you didn't know is that this goes far beyond them. By surviving hide and seek, you've triggered a new game.
It sounds because Elijah Wood's fine actor. He doesn't sound, no pun intended, this wooden usually. But the minute he starts to open his mouth, it cuts away, and you have this weird monotone voiceover.
They will try to kill you.
And it happens with multiple characters in this trailer. And I'm like, did they try to condense the plot of the movie into a couple succinct sentences using AI for this trailer? I don't know if they did that. If anyone has proof of it, please post it below. Let us know. But that's how it comes across. And I don't like that I'm thinking about this shit when I watch movies now.
I think they're doing the job of, what was his name? Don...
LaFontaine.
Don LaFontaine. That's exactly what he was there to do.
In a world where laughter was king.
No, in a world, Jack.
What do you mean, no, in a world?
It's not that kind of movie.
In a world. Last time, she played a game. And she won. Or so she thought.
She thought she was out, and now they have her sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
The game was, if you win, you get to keep the family's fortune. But if you lose, and that's what they needed Elijah Wood to say. And he
probably has a long monologue in the actual movie.
And they didn't have this specific dialogue. And then they probably said, should we bring Elijah in to the booth to record these lines that are tight and neatly fit into the trailer, or do we have an AI do it?
Yeah.
And you're probably right.
Maybe I'm wrong. Elijah Wood seems like a cool guy. He seems like someone that would be anti-AI, but who knows what kind of contract he signed when he agreed to be in the film. There's probably some sort of clause about this kind of thing.
Sometimes
I don't know.
they can do that stuff behind your back.
It's true.
And he's not going to let's just start burning down the city over a trailer.
He's not going to badmouth the
voiceover.
movie before it comes out.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's not Josh Trank.
But to circle back to Vincent Must Die, like there's the 3 levels now of how do you watch a foreign film. Well, I guess 4. You could just watch it in its original language and be confused as fuck.
Without subtitles?
Without subtitles. That's level 1.
Okay.
Level 2 is watch it with subtitles. Preserve the original performance, which some people like lean that way because, oh, well, you should preserve the original performance. And I'm sort of in between 2 and 3. Subtitles are fine. I don't have a problem with them. But if I'm watching something like, I don't know, something long with lots of words, and I find myself losing visual stuff that I might miss, And so it's not like I'm too lazy to read or too stupid to read. It's just like I kind of want to pay attention. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not quite as offended by something dubbed. Like I watched Squid Game and Dark. I don't know if you watched that. Those are dubbed. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But I draw the line at dubbed with an AI mouth, because then you're like literally fucking with the person's face.
Yeah.
Who's doing the performance. And to me, that's like a step too far.
I mean, dubbing is a step too far, but I understand why it's there. It's like if you're watching a movie that's dubbed, you kind of know what you're getting into. So it's not that big of a deal. And the original version is still out there. Mm-hmm. But with that Vincent movie, where it's like if someone just started watching that, having no idea that's a French film, then it's almost like they're being tricked or manipulated.
I felt like
or
I was being tricked because I wasn't warned.
Yeah.
When I purchased it, and they're just rolling the dice that 9 out of 10 people won't even notice, and that's probably true because it was convincing enough, but
convincing,
but I couldn't. My brain just knew.
But yeah, I inherited her from my grandpa Albert.
Well, speaking of being fooled, let's talk about Send Help.
Who was fooled? Us, the characters.
Who's fool? The fool or the fool who foolishly fools the fool? Luke, I'm not following Obi-Wan.
Remember Star Wars?
I do.
Remember The Mandalorian and Grogu?
It's coming out, baby.
The triumphant return to theaters of Star Wars. No, I'm very glad that this movie, Send Help, exists and is in theaters because it's an original movie, concept-driven, very simple, and enjoyable.
Yes.
It's not overstuffed with crap. I do think it could probably be trimmed down by like 15, 20 minutes, especially the first act. There was a lot of like, okay, I got it. As far as like the characters, you understand Rachel McAdams like immediately, but then there's like 4 or 5 more scenes where you're like, okay, I got it.
I didn't love this movie. I liked it well enough. I wanted to like it more. Of course, Sam Raimi is great, except for when he's making Oz the Great and Powerful.
This is his first R-rated movie since the year 2000.
Drag Me to Hell?
No, Drag Me to Hell was PG-13. It was The Gift with Cate Blanchett. That was his last R-rated film until now. Not that he's made a lot in between. He mostly produces these days. But.
Yeah. No, I mean, it had some Raimi-esque hallmarks. I think just tonally it was uneven for my palate.
Okay.
It got the Looney Tunes, and then it got
Welcome to Sam Raimi.
It got serious. Well, I mean, it wasn't dealing with we've opened the Necronomicon, and it dealt with like characters we were supposed to believe were real people.
The concept is more grounded, but the performances are a little heightened.
Definitely.
Which I was okay with.
Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien were great. They were just chewing up the scenery. Especially her. She was just over the top. And that's the thing, is that him with that cackle. He was very Bruce Campbell.
Oh, sure.
Like Evil Dead 2, Bruce Campbell just being goofy, and then it gets like darkly serious, violence. Violence is fun when it's happening to a undead zombie, but when it's like real people, and I don't know. That's just my opinion. The tonal shifts, and clearly it's saying something about the dynamic of power between men and women, and
feels a little dated when it comes to that aspect of it.
Before.
But then again, that's Sam Raimi. He's always a little old-fashioned. I'm okay with that. I like the total whiplash stuff in this, just because it's something different for like a contemporary movie. Classic Sam Raimi stuff, but there aren't a lot of movies that have this kind of personality anymore.
Right.
Which
it has
I
this
appreciate.
particular fingerprints on it.
Now let me ask you, because you saw Strangers Chapter 2, I did not.
Yeah.
Which movie between this and that had the better boar attack scene?
Oh boy.
Didn't that one just come out of nowhere in that movie? Didn't it have like nothing to do with anything?
They let it loose. I didn't mention that in the review, but one of the strangers had it like in a little hog shed, like chained up, like starving it, so it was ravenously hungry, and then he let it out.
Okay.
And so it was an intentional attack, but that boar attack was on par with the Revenant. And it was great. Okay. This was a little Wile E. Coyote.
Well, this was Sam Raimi.
The
Sam
eyeball
Raimi.
popping out, and it's just the gore. Her barfing on his face. I mean, the premise. If you've seen the trailer, if you're watching this, you're probably interested. So you've probably seen the trailer.
Yeah.
She's a nebbish, nerdy, unlikable office worker, and female. Very important in a man's world, in the corporate world of corporateness, and he's a big boss man who just strolled into his position of power because his father, Bruce Campbell, has passed.
Who's not in the film? You just see his painting on the wall.
His painting, yeah,
That's his cameo.
And the car. The car's in the car parking garage.
Of course.
So he's a nepotistic little jerk. Although he's not too awful. I probably would have had the same reaction to her when she's like eating a tuna sandwich, food all over her face. I'd be like, oh.
Well, she gets passed up for a promotion for another
they
man.
Fuck her over,
There's that kind of thing.
The slimy guy steals her work.
Her name is on a Post-it note on the front of it, and then when he goes in the office, he rips it off. Again, that's that. There's something about Sam Raimi where he does things that are so obvious and blunt. And like I said, this is kind of dated with the power dynamic stuff, but he plays it so over the top and kind of cartoony that I don't care. It makes it work.
You think you're so smart? Well, guess who you're talking to? CEO of a Next Gen 500 company, baby.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like when she has like tuna fish on the side of her mouth, we go into these like wide angle close-ups of like his eye like staring at it.
Yeah.
It's things like that are just like funny.
He has his style. He has a very old school directorial style. I always remember that shot in is it Spider-Man?
It's Spider-Man 3. I know exactly what you're talking about.
What shot?
Where she comes out of the bar,
yeah,
and then he takes the help wanted sign out of the window.
Right.
It's like out of a silent film.
Classic show don't tell kind of thing, yeah. And I really like that sequence when we didn't even say the premise. The plane crashes and these two end up on an island, a deserted island, and
two people with clashing personalities and clashing office worker
stations in life.
Yeah, dynamic of boss versus employee kind of thing.
Right. She has it's very much like not very much. You ever seen Triangle of Sadness?
Oh yeah.
Where I forget the one of the crew members is like a nobody, but then knows all the survival things.
Yeah. They established early on she's very into survival. She watches the show Survivor.
Right.
She auditioned for it, so she's primed to be stranded on an island.
And that's of course. I thought at first that was a little ham-fisted. Just here's a bunch of books. She read books. She likes survival, so therefore she will be a survivor and know all these things. But I think it's sort of like metaphorical for women in society.
Sure.
Her toxic relationship with her former or dead husband, and what she went through made her turn into that, and so it's a level deeper than the surface level. How does she know all this stuff? She read books. Have a shot where she reads books. So they land on this island. Blah blah blah. They're fighting, and she leaves him. Because he's an asshole. She's like fuck off, and she leaves him, and then he does this like dolly shot over and over again of like days or hours passing when he's waiting, and his that felt very like Looney Tunes.
Sure.
All that stuff, and I know that's Sam Raimi's style. But I suppose the movie is a little bouncing around of which character are you sympathetic to.
That's another thing, is neither of them is a particularly good person as it goes along, which I'm fine with. Some people maybe would have an issue with that. To me, that's like a breath of fresh air when you aren't too concerned about having overly likable lead characters. But just the constant source of amusement for me was how clearly he despises her and is constantly trying to suppress it because he knows he won't survive without her.
Where are you going?
Wherever the fuck I want to go. Making my own camp. Oh. It's not so hard. Just eat some leaves and some fucking sticks.
I think I wasn't bored during the movie. I very much enjoyed watching it because I'm always kind of going, what are they doing now? What's the hook?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen? And what you said was an overly long setup of here's our sad, lonely bird lady office worker who's constantly, she doesn't get invited to karaoke. She's hinting heavily. None of her coworkers like her. She's constantly being shit on by everyone around her and then blah, blah, blah. And then she's going to show them who's boss and he's going to be an asshole and they're going to fight and she's going to be our heroine and win in the end. And it doesn't go that way. She ends up being a little off.
Yes.
And your sympathies kind of ping pong back and forth between him and her. And is female empowerment film, I guess.
I mean, it's not really empowerment for anybody because both of them are awful people. No, there's more to it than that. Obviously, the movie it has almost like a Tales from the Crypt kind of vibe to it. The tone of it, the sort of playful, mischievous, macabre
Twilight
tone.
Zone episode.
Yeah.
Feature length.
So there is something about, that dynamic, not just like male, female dynamic, but also like underling boss dynamic.
It's a power struggle.
Power struggle. How much this is like a dream for her to be stranded on an island because she is so interested in all this survival stuff, which leads to some twists in the story. There's one moment early on where he finally, because his leg is broke or it's injured or whatever, and it gets better and they climb up this mountain. She's like, where those two rocks form an X, don't go past that because it's too dangerous over there. There's wild thickets or something. This is like, I don't know, an hour, 45 minutes into the movie. It's like, I know what's going to happen over there. And I was right. I called that pretty early on.
Well, yeah.
It was a little obvious.
I was hoping. Spoiler alert. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsor.
This video brought to you by Sora AI.
He starts running towards the rock formation and the X form because he remembers her saying that and is probably thinking something past there that she was lying about. And boy, oh boy, did I hope it kind of would have gone the way of Weapons with like a bonkers ending that just comes out of left, where he goes up over the hill and there's like a sandals vacation resort or something. Of like
that's what I assumed it was going to be. Yeah,
that happens in Triangle of Sadness too.
Oh yeah,
there's a resort on the other side.
Yeah,
and the one lady notices it but keeps it a secret. But then they start running through it, like fighting each other, like smashing through like the buffet and like, pushing waiters down, and it turns into like an all-out brawl. And maybe then the story progresses into something else. She, I don't know, she does something there, and then I don't know.
I was a little, if we're into spoilers, the very end. Yeah, they're in that house. That's what she was keeping from him, is that there's a house on this island. And then, they're cornering each other. She's got the shotgun at him, and he's trying to like emotionally manipulate her. And he says like, "Oh, I love you," and she says, "I love you back." I never got the impression throughout the rest of the movie that there was any sort of romantic angle going on.
It's a good topic to bring up.
It was very strange. It kind of came out of nowhere for me because I never got that impression. That seems like it would be the obvious thing to do in a story like this.
Right.
Like Misery, which this has a lot of influence from Misery, where she kind of secretly has, is in love with him.
Well, it didn't come out of nowhere. It just wasn't handled well or to any kind of fruition or conclusion or purpose.
Yeah.
Because she says early on, she's like, oh, the new boss's son's coming in. He's a strapping, young, handsome man. She says something like that in the beginning. Then she sees him nude, bathing in the ocean, and she's like, ooh. And then there's that weird part where she's like, he's like, I'll do anything. And she's like, anything?
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like ready to start taking his clothes off to have sex with her. And she's like, that's what you would do. That's not. So, and then the part in the cave when they're both cold and he's like, get over here for warmth. And it sort of felt like I don't know if she's so emotionally damaged from her previous relationship that she wants to like have that connectivity with a man again, but is afraid to. Or
it's like a repeated cycle of getting involved with someone who's terrible to you. There's a little bit of that, but they don't really go into it.
It's not spelled out. It's not made clearer, I suppose. And you don't want to hit you over the head with it. And that's kind of the vibe I got, was that maybe physically she was attracted to him, but he was an asshole, and presumably that was her previous relationship. Yeah. Obviously she married the guy, so she is realizing she's kind of falling for someone she hates or is abusive towards her? Question mark, ellipses. Yeah, he just downright finds her revolting.
Yes.
But I presume it's more of her personality and mannerisms.
I don't know. She was wearing glasses at the beginning.
Yeah.
What a pig. A little muddled as far as themes go. I'm willing to forgive that as long as the movie's entertaining enough.
Because a pig shoots snot on her face?
Because a pig shoots snot on her face.
In his mouth. Okay, Jay.
There's an Evil Dead hag for 5 seconds.
You're the best film critic around.
Let's not forget, I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore, Bradley.
It doesn't quite pay off in a satisfying way. It pays off in a viscerally satisfying way. Like, it's fun to watch them run around and beat each other up.
And see, that's where I wasn't viscerally satisfied. I didn't want to see them beat each other up.
Okay.
It gave me the ick.
Oh.
Because I had grown to kind of like these characters. Even though they're flawed, I didn't see them as Bruce Campbell cartoonish characters.
You're cute.
Keep talking, baby. Maybe you'll tell me something I don't already know.
There was an element of it in their performances and how over the top they played it, but there were moments of, realism or nice real conversations, and so I started to see them as real characters that were kind of flawed people. And then when he starts like gouging her eye out, and it was like, this isn't fun violence.
A little too much humanity.
I don't know. I don't know how you would kind of do this to where I would like absolutely love it. I suppose more of a game of chess between the two characters where they're like kind of how he hid the fact that he was making the raft.
Oh, sure.
More like mind games like that, back and forth. There was elements of that, but it seemed to focus on other things. And when she has that moment where she has to decide whether or not she's going to kill the fiance and the boat captain guy, you could tell she's not just a cold-hearted psychopath. It's just not Kathy Bates in Misery just blowing away the sheriff with the shotgun without any thought.
Well, it needed to go one way or the other.
Right.
Have the characters be more over the top where you're never completely or too sympathetic with them. And this is sort of like right in the middle, I think, is maybe the issue.
They need to just go batshit insane from being on that island.
Yeah.
And then just like the craziest stuff happens.
No, you're never going to get another Evil Dead 2 out of Sam Raimi. This is not the way movies are anymore. That's fine. I liked the movie as it was. A little uneven, but I enjoyed it, especially the performances.
Yeah. It's worth watching for that.
Yeah. Especially if you're a Sam Raimi fan, there's lots of little moments where you're like, oh, he still has it. After all this time, he still got it.
Of course.
The plane crash sequence where the guy flies out the side, but his tie is stuck to it and his face is banging on the window. Like, the portrayal of all those guys was so over the top that it was funny to me.
Yeah, I wish it had kept that tone the entire time. But then maybe not, because I wanted to like take the character seriously, and then they had that little tender moment where they're on the beach and she's telling the backstory and all that kind of stuff. And
written by, we should point this out, the writers, since we just talked about it a few months ago, Freddy vs. Jason.
Ah, hot damn!
Yeah, the writing duo that did that film. They had very nice things to say about our Freddy vs. Jason video.
Well, okay.
So, your script was perfect for this film, guys.
We loved it, every minute of it.
Then again, it's hard to say what changes from script, because there's very like Sam Raimi moments in this. Yeah. It's like, that probably wasn't in the script. Sam Raimi brings his own self-indulgence to it.
Let's have a part where she barfs on his face.
Over and over and over. There's no reason for there to be a jump scare Evil Dead hag, but it's there.
Right.
That was the only moment, and I love Sam Raimi, but I could have done without that. That was the one moment where I was like, that's...
the dream sequence when the, yeah.
Yeah. Just jumps up behind her.
You shall die!
My God.
Oh no, is it Joseph Gordon-Levitt again?
What's up, JGL? Yes, we're on the AI thing. Yeah, we talked about it. I know you're working hard.
I just had a weird thought.
Yeah.
What if what you're talking to is an AI, and it's not actually Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Don't do that shit to me!